Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. And they bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
When you think back over the last couple decades, Mike, I'm not sure there was a more impressive rookie NFL quarterback season than what we saw a year ago out of Jaden Daniels. Not only personally, the efficiency, the effectiveness, the explosiveness and production, but the ability to turn around a franchise in Washington that hadn't seen greatness and hadn't seen success in what seems like ages. Jaden Daniels, Dan Quinn, it is a new era of Washington Commanders football. And I'll tell you what, they got themselves to the playoffs a year ago. I wouldn't be shocked to see them playing in that NFC Championship game come the end of this season.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short game.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. A run here. It's Chris Rodriguez. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Pass caught left side. That's Ertz. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That's Jonathan Bernard busting in to record the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Moody's kick is good. And the Commanders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Open man downfield, it's Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Minnesota.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On the handoff, Jones. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Commanders' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
3rd and 2. Here we go. In motion, it's Jefferson. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Jalen Lane is deep for Washington. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. Daniels quick to Debo. Whoa. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good.
14 on the pickup. First down, Washington.
A gain of 14. First down, Washington.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Throwing again. Daniel. He takes off. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Commanders first down.
22 more yards. That's another Washington Commanders first
You know
down.
this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Man in motion is Brown. They'll run it. It's Rodriguez. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
14 yards.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Back up to the 3. It's second and goal. Here's a designed run. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
Last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. Let's see what happens on third and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are out to a 10-0 lead.
Score, Commanders 10, Vikings nothing.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Price now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That's another.
These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's going to keep it himself.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. A run. It's Jones. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
On for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's now 10-3.
Vikings 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Reichard had the field goal a moment ago. Back out now to kick this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. first down. Daniels. Over the middle. He's got McLaurin. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. A run here with Rodriguez. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 9. Throwing now. Daniels. Picked off by the former Eagle, Isaiah Rodgers.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. It'll be a Vikings first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He connects with Jordan Addison. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
In motion, Naylor. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 10-3 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. On the give, it's Jones. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
At the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run the toss here with Jones. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. You see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. You can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
And he'll fight forward, doesn't get a hold up, and he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Jones. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. To the goal line and in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. The kick is good. And the Vikings will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Krusty-Merritt. And let's give him about 4 on that one. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end.
2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Daniels. To the outside, into the hands of McClaurin.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Washington.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Commanders 17. Vikings 10.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That one down the field, but It is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. This is Jones. Room to run at the 40. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line.
19 yards.
They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Minnesota.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Again, it's Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he is going to have the Vikings first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. They run it once more with Jones. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
3rd and 5. To throw is McCarthy. This one's just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Aaron Jones that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders' offense and Deebo Samuel making their way out. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they will bring him down on the other far side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25
Remember, he
yards
had
on
the
the
touchdown
play.
catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. He is all the way inside the 15, but hold everything. There is a marker down. Throwing on second down, Daniels. Escaping to his left. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
It's a gain of 17
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Daniels to throw on second down. That's to the rookie out of Virginia Tech, Jalen Lane. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
And it's third down.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. And in motion is Brown. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got it about the 8, and they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Second and goal.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. And in motion is Brown. He pulls it in around the 5.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the Commanders add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Jake Moody to kick
So,
off.
following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Now a handoff. Jones. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And now it's 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line.
At their own 3-yard line.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Rodriguez. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
At his own 4-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, it is 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This one down the field, but going to wind up incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff Going to get a chance to look him over during the break. On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line. And this is going to be a touchdown. Right place, right time. They avoid a turnover and turn it into 6 points. Greg, we talk about it so often. Very little room to operate. And the special teams unit takes advantage, not only the block, but they recover for the touchdown.
And this is always the concern, Mike. Anytime you have to operate and punt out of your own end zone, there's just not the necessary space like there is in the field between the punter and the protection unit. In this case, the defense just gets aggressive. They put the rush on. They come away with the block. Touchdown.
Reichert now to add the extra point. His kick is good. The Vikings will cut the deficit down to 4.
Commanders 24, Vikings 20.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Going across the field on target to Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 32 yards.
32. 1st down, Washington.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and long. Here's Daniels. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
On first down, here's McCarthy. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 21.
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
At the 33-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Coverage by Mikey.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A 50-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings cut the deficit down to 1.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Jones. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On the handoff, Jones. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get an even 20 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the
big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Complete to Jordan Addison. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. In motion, it's Jefferson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Minnesota.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
They'll take this forward for about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jordan Mason. Touchdown, Vikings. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now McCarthy's going to bring up the Vikings, and they will go for 2.
The Vikings will line
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Exiting the pocket right, and he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
24.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now Daniels through the air, connecting with Debo. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On the zone read, Frosty Merritt. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
That one secured by the tight end Bates. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On second down, it's Daniels. A quick slant on the money to McCrory. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Commanders first down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up first and goal.
a run on 1st and goal. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
3rd and goal. It's Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will cut the lead down to 4.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Price now to return it. Woo! And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. That's caught. It's Chris Rodriguez. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That run good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in covering, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. He'll step up and run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Throwing now. Daniel. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That gets him to 100 yards exactly after that reception and gets his team a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the lines.
And it's third down.
Third and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on fourth down in the red zone. And it pays off with first and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
Here's a run. And he's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll go with him again. hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark in just short.
After putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Jaden Daniels, touchdown Commanders. So he finds the space and breaks the plane for the touchdown. Greg, there are certain quarterbacks who just have a knack for that old school play.
That play call sheet gets a lot easier, Mike, when you have not only a quarterback, like you mentioned, who has a nose for the end zone, but an offensive line that can continue to get such a consistent push. You put those two things together, I think he should call it every single time he finds himself on the goal line.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Commanders 34, Vikings 31.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no good.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. This pass right side, going to be caught by Addison. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 yards on that pass play there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
1st and 10.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find it.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. and he will go all the way. Justin Jefferson, touchdown Minnesota. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Vikings have taken a 4-point advantage.
38. Commanders 34.
Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here with Rodriguez. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Taking Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Andrew Van Ginkel getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll motion over Samuel. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. And remember, his first was blocked. Price now to return. And he'll get something there on the return. Able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. Flush to his right. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Vikings 1st down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. On the run, Jones begins this fourth quarter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
In motion, Naylor. To the air on third down is McCarthy.
McCarthy's pass complete.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Here's Lane. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run it. It's Rodriguez. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. Now it's going to be third down. Throwing is Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's fourth and long coming up.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Commanders about to send this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll do so with first and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
On the give, it's Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Here's McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That is fielded at the 13. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Downfield, there's the veteran Ertz. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Play action. Here's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
They were able to connect on the comeback. I don't think it was really well executed. This is a deeper route. This receiver's got to push his depth before his break a little bit more downfield. They'll take the completion, but they were hoping to get a little bit more with that one.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Run over center, that's Krosky Merritt.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Now this looks like a design run.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Washington first
They'll break
down.
the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. And in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, it's Daniel. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Throwing now, Daniel. Now here comes the screen to Rodriguez. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Chris Rodriguez. Touchdown, Washington. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good, and the Commanders go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Vikings 38.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Ty Felton now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And he will score. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings have taken a 4-point advantage.
Vikings 45, Commanders 41.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Samuel going to see what he can do. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense about ready to take over once more.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Man in motion is Brown. Here's Rodriguez. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw with Daniels. Pass caught. That's Lane. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up a 1st down.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
That's another Washington 1st down. First and 10 at the 36.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Here's first and 10. To throw is Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a third. So good decision. Just throw it away.
He'll try again here. Second and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Now quick throw taken in by Brown.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Daniels gonna throw again. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that,
and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Javon Hargrave getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Now on second and long. So 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here comes second down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Harry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game.
45.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Price now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Into space at the 45. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 36 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. It takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
2nd and 1.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings have taken a 4-point advantage.
Commanders 48.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now it is Jaden Daniels and the Commanders down on the scoreboard. 25 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves as they come up with 1st down. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Looking to Samuel on the outlet. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
To the air again is Daniels. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
Throwing again, Daniel. That's swung out to Krosky Merritt, and he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. And the timeout comes, the whistle blows with 3 seconds remaining on the clock.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. That's deep to the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So a win here for the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.